Hi, welcome back. My name is Elna from elnacain.com. And for today, we're going to talk about when a freelance writing job asks for experience and you don't have any. Oh dear, what's going to happen if you're brand new to freelance writing and you don't have any experience? And then you look at all the jobs on different job boards and you don't have any experience. Can you gain a writing job? Well, I'm going to walk you through to show you what you can do, okay? Let's look at the first job ad, number 1. This is a job ad that I sourced through Writer's Work. Writer's Work is a budget-friendly job board and a content platform, and they source jobs everywhere from free job sites to company job sites to their own internal jobs that they source from. So I looked on Writer's Work. I found this one. I think it was for coffee writing on a coffee writing blog. And it says, do you consider yourself a coffee expert? Do you know the difference between anaerobic and honey processed coffee, if I said that right? Do your friends regularly come to you as their first port of call for all things viewing related? And do you love writing and blogging? If you answered yes to these questions, then read on. The first thing it says here that you have to have 3 years writing experience. You need to have some coffee writing samples on your portfolio. And of course, be a native English writer that you will show when they read your content. And then it goes into what they require. Things like knowing how to use certain tools like Grammarly, Google Docs, Asana, Surfer SEO is a plus. Things like this should be telling you, okay, well, if you're brand new, you don't have any of this, like, well, I love coffee. I do love blogging. I do know the difference between anaerobic and honey processed coffee. I have all of this, but I don't have 3 years writing experience. I don't have any coffee writing samples on my portfolio. I don't know how to use Surfer SEO or Asana, or barely learning about Google Docs and how to share content on Google Docs. What do you do? Well, here's another job ad. We're looking for an experienced freelance writer with a strong background in early childhood education and parenting. And then the company is a young media site that provides the best resources for parents and educators to help build confident and capable kids. All right. And what they're looking for is a native English speaker. They want someone that is an expert, either a child educator or a homeschooling parent. They want the passion, of course, and some research skills and writing skills, right? So accuracy of information will be critical. You will also be a curator of the best work out there. Hint, they are not on the first page of Google. Can you find them? So this again shows your experience in learning how to source credible sources. How do you research those credible sources if you can't just rely on the first page of Google? I do have a video on that, as well as a comprehensive blog post that I've been adding to it almost every week. It seems I'm finding new ways to research for credible sources. So I'll drop the link to that blog post and I'll add a card to the video so you can check that out after this video. And then for writing skills, it says we'll be competing with well-known brands and our edge is by outdoing theirs by the quality of your work. Again, this all screams experience. You need to have experience. So what do you do? Like, what do you do in these instances where you are sourcing job ads through Writer's Work or through other job sites like Contena or even free ones like ProBlogger, and everyone says they need 4 years experience of writing, 3 years experience of writing. You need to know how to use various SEO tools and content management tools, and you need to understand WordPress and yada yada, and the list goes on and on. What do you do? If you're brand new and you want to start freelance writing, how do you break into these jobs? What do you do? So what's the big difference? When you source jobs ads from Writer's Work or other job sites, you will find job ads that require many years of experience, while others just want sort of like a passionate person that knows the company's niche industry. Now, if you're new, why go for the jobs that require years of experience in SEO writing, copywriting, or things that you don't know as far as knowing those tools? Why not look for low entry writing jobs instead that rely on your passion? I would assume that the first job ad about being a coffee expert, if your passion is coffee, you can write for this company, even though they're wanting 3 years writing experience. I wouldn't let that stop you. Now, the second one, I would be a little bit hesitant if you're not familiar. I think if you wanted to pitch to this job ad, let's say you're a homeschooling parent and you're like, this is perfect. I really want to work for this company. What do you do? But what if you found the perfect job? So here's an example of, let's say, the perfect job for you. It says, are you a writer? Are you passionate about creating great content that inspires action? Are you a grammar perfectionist with a keen eye of detail? We're looking for a part-time tech-savvy writer to join our growing team on a contract basis. Now, as a writer for this company, you'll create a variety of content for our growing portfolio of B2B technology companies. Whether writing a punchy headline that grabs attention, an email that converts, or an ebook that educates, your goal will be to translate complex technical concepts into copy that engages and inspires target audiences. Pretty interesting. The qualifications. This one wants 4 years of professional writing experience in the B2B marketing and or technology industry. That's a big one, right? All the rest are sort of like basics for freelance writing, that you can write and demonstrate your experience, that you understand the technology information that you're writing about, that you understand how to use PowerPoint or Word, Excel, Microsoft Office 360, all of these little things, Skype for Business, that you understand all those tools, that you use them, that you know the latest technology, all this stuff that you would require for writing content. It does mention that you need a bachelor's degree in communication, journalism, marketing, or equivalent experience. Wow, there's a lot here, but you love IT writing. This is your passion. You are definitely in it, and you've learned about the B2B market. You know, the difference between B2B and B2C is quite different, but there are some overlapping things around it that I do have a video on the differences between B2B and B2C. So make sure to check out that video after this one. But there's a lot going on here. What do you do? What now? So even though this writing job wants someone with 4 years experience and a bachelor's degree with B2B writing experience, I honestly think they're going to have a hard time finding that one writer. Many B2B writers with that much experience aren't sourcing gigs on job boards anymore. And many of them have a full content schedule and can't pick up any more gigs. So take someone like me, even though I'm not into IT writing, I'm doing SaaS and digital marketing writing. I am not going to job boards every day. I've been doing this since 2014. Yes, in the beginning, I relied heavily on job sites. But as my business grew, I started attracting people and businesses coming to me. And that's the longevity of being a freelance writer, is having referral-based business. As you saw in the latest freelance writing stats, that's the number one way writers are making a living, is through referral-based business. And their website is up there too with lead generation tactics. So what they want is someone like me, which I'm not on job boards to see this job at all. So as a new freelance writer with less than 4 years experience writing in the B2B writing space, I honestly feel as long as you have some portfolio items in their niche, I would pitch to them. And what if you don't have a writing sample that represents their niche? They want B2B writing samples. The coffee one wanted coffee related writing samples. I would go to Medium right now and create samples if you don't have a writer website. Although I think a writer website would up the ante for a lot of these job ads that you see that you have no experience. You need to present yourself that you do have experience. So how do you gain that experience? Well, some tips: practice writing every day. The crux of your entire writing business is your ability to write high converting, compelling, and conversational writing for businesses. Businesses hire writers because they feel that the content that is on their site will bring in leads. They are relying on lead generation as well as your business, because you want companies coming to you to hire you, and they want people coming to them to buy their software program or whatever their service or tool that it is, if you're in the B2B space. B2C is different. I don't have many B2C clients. I haven't for a while. So it's a different marketing strategy. What I'm saying is that just practice writing in that space every day. You have to be very clear on what your niche is. It's okay to have 3 different niches, but are they all B2B? That might make it easier for you. Are they all B2C? That might make it easier for you to write content. So write blog posts every single day, or create a blog outline, source keywords, and write the content that week. You need to get in the habit of writing every day and in your industry to build a vocabulary and to grow that confidence you need to command higher rates. I do have these wonderful resources to help you. I think the best way to learn about these research skills, writing skills, copywriting skills, all of those skills that you need is best learned by someone who has done it before you. And so Freelance Blogging in a Weekend is my premier writing course. I just added a new module on creating viral content, and I share with you the exact clients that are seeking those viral pieces of content and how to write them. It's a 17-minute video of over-the-shoulder view of how to exactly write and source topics and your headline, everything to create a viral piece of content. So if you really are struggling to write online content of what businesses seek, especially B2B content, then Freelance Blogging in a Weekend is for you. You can command higher rates. In my sales page for this course, I say something like $400 a blog post. Get that mark and then you up your rate. You can be making $800, $1,000 a blog post with the skills that you learn in freelance blogging in a weekend. But if you're still brand new and you just need sort of like this business roadmap, then Write Your Way to Your First 1K is your comprehensive course. It's your building block to success. And I give everything in here, no holds bar. I add so many new lessons. Many of them are video based now, and I give you everything. And with the Facebook group, oh my gosh, with all the other writers pitching in their ideas and helping you, and the jobs that are in that group, it's amazing. It's worth what the price is for this course and more for sure. So I just wanted to help you if you are brand new to freelance writing and you look at those jobs, what can you do when they ask for those experience? Well, first, I'd still pitch to them. Find a way. If they want just writing experience, you've been a writer since you've been 5 years old. Of course you have writing experience. You need to show that online. Building a portfolio, having a writer website, things like that will help you. Let me know in the comments below, what are your challenges with finding freelance writing jobs that you're qualified for? What do you feel that you're not qualified for? Let me know, and make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'm doing my best to provide actionable freelance writing advice to you. All right, I'll see you in the next video.